Guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Wake Up Wednesday. Guys, what I have to talk about today is literally burning me up inside, so I'm not going to talk too much. Just grab a drink, grab a snack and get back here because we have a lot to talk about. Let's go. Now, you guys already know that Wake Up Wednesday, sometimes I come for your neck, sometimes I make you feel some type of way, and today I'm coming straight for that. I'm coming for the jugular. I'm coming for everything that you have. And I actually wanted to talk to all the people that just don't seem to understand the gravity of what it is that they are trying to do. It just doesn't mean enough to you yet. Because if it did, i.e. your dream, your vision, your ambitions, whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve, even if you've been trying to achieve it for years and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you're not putting as much effort, you're not as motivated, you're not as encouraged, if it meant enough to you, you would get it done. You would not give up. You would not allow yourself to stop where you are, to take a moment to go and sit and have a wander around, or to go and sit and take a break or whatever it is. You would not stop doing what you were doing if it meant enough. Let me hit you guys with a little bit of a fact, okay? According to research, it is said that nearly 3 million children and nearly 14 million women across the continent of Africa walk more than 30 minutes in a day to go and collect water for themselves and their family, sometimes doing it more than once a day. Why do they do that? Because they are desperate for a resource that they know that without they would die. Imagine if we took on that level of hunger and that level of desperation when it came to our dreams and our visions. Those numbers, millions of people every single day. You hear stories all the time. Children across these different countries will walk without money, without food, without slippers on their feet, will do whatever is necessary, will get blisters and cuts and do whatever is necessary because they know that what they will get when they get onto the other side of that dirt, that grime, that pain is worth so much more than that 30 minutes or those couple of hours that they have to spend walking. Yes, it is painful. The sun is scorching. They're finding it difficult, but they do it anyway. There are so many people who just don't care enough. Your dream is just not big enough. Your vision is just not important to you enough. You just don't care enough. You're sitting there crying, oh, but I tried. Oh, but I've been working hard. Guess what? Let me remind you that there are millions, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions of people across the world that work hard every single day. But sadly, due to economy, due to the things happening around them, due to just the infrastructure of their environment or the country that they live in, they don't necessarily reap the rewards of their hard work. That is just the nature of life. Just because you are working hard, guess what? Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a millionaire. Just because you're working hard, guess what? Doesn't necessarily mean that your dreams and your aspirations are going to come into reality by tomorrow. But you have to find that your dreams, your vision, your aspiration, whatever it is that you're trying to do, important enough. Something that you need to get done, so much so that you are unwilling to quit. You are unwilling to stop yourself. You are unwilling to stand there in the scorching sun and say, do you know what, I'm going to stop. I know I've made it halfway through, but I can't be bothered anymore. What I'm doing now, I can't be asked anymore. This is just too much. There needs to be a level of gravity on what it is that you are doing. Those millions of women and children understand the level of gravity if they do not take that 30-minute plus walk every single day. They realize that without water, they cannot live. They will die. Therefore, they have to take that walk. They don't have a choice. They don't give themselves a choice. They don't say, do you know what? In fact, do you know what, today? I can't be bothered to go and get water. Do you know what? That might mean that everyone in the village doesn't have water for the entire day. There might be babies who are already starving. And do you know what? I just can't be bothered to get up and go and get water today. So guess what? They just might have to starve and die. They do not give themselves the options. Yes, you might not necessarily be in a dire and in a horrendous and a horrible situation like that. But let me remind you that you need to put as much gravity and weight on your dreams and your visions, because people's destinies, I say it all the time, and I feel like people are seeming to forget what this is all about. This YouTube channel, this brand that I'm building, this is bigger than me. It is bigger than just me coming on here so that I can build a name for myself and become famous. Trust me, in the past, all I wanted to was to become famous and to become rich. That was all it was. I just wanted to make my money, become famous, make sure my family and people were good, and I go and I die in my grave and I live my best life. then as I went along, God had to show me that what I am building and what I am doing here is bigger than me. So I do not have the room nor the space to not do something. I do not have the room nor the space to get up and to walk those miles, because I understand that if I don't do it, other people will die. That is the reality of it. If I do not put out content out there, some people might say, do you know what? Today is the day. I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to kill myself. If I do not decide to get up and speak life over people, people might turn around and say, do you know what? Life is not worth living. You need to understand that the reason why you have not given yourself the drive, people come to me all the time and ask me, you've been playing this game, you've been in this arena for years, and you haven't necessarily gotten to a place of immense fame or whatever it is. Yes, I'm growing. Yes, I'm doing well. But I've had people ask me in the past that have been like, do you not get discouraged? Like this whole YouTube thing that you are doing, do you not get discouraged by the fact that you've been doing it for a long time and you're not getting as many views, you're not doing as well on YouTube as you would have wanted? Now, me personally, I was like, oh, I didn't think I was doing that bad, but it put it into perspective. Yes, I'm not necessarily in the place that I want to be, but I also understand the gravity of what I do. This is more than me being an influencer in the sense that, yes, I post pictures on Instagram to look cute. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to build and that's what you want to do, that's up to you. But for me personally, I understand the gravity and the weight that I carry. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Yes, I wear a heavy load, but I also understand that the heavy load that I carry on my head is not just for me. It is for my siblings, it is for my family, it is for my extended family, it is for you guys. It is for the people around that need my content, my videos, me as Nissy T. As in, I came onto this planet, and you need to understand, this is not me blowing my own trumpet, but this is me recognizing and understanding the weight that I carry, the importance of what I do. I came on this planet to make a mark. As in, God said that this world was not going to end until Nissy, i.e. Nissy T, came into it and went through it and did what she needed to do, because she had to impact lives. Lives had to change the moment that Nissy connected with those people. Lives had to be transformed the moment that that someone watched Nissy T's video. Lives had to be propelled. Futures had to be shifted. Things had to be changed. Curses had to be broken. Why? Because Nissy T is doing God's work. She's a replica of what God had in store. In the word, it talks about us doing more than what Jesus himself did. If Jesus was able to heal the sick and to heal the blind and to heal the lepers and to turn people's lives around, just imagine what we could do according to the power that is in us. I possess power, but I also understand the weight and the responsibility of having that power. Every single one of us has power on this planet, but the reason why so many of us are not progressing, the reason why so many of us are not making the progress that we want to make, is because we do not take on the responsibility, because we do not assume the position that we are supposed to be in the moment that we recognize the power that we possess. That is why there are so many people who feel like they have no power. They feel like they have no purpose. They feel like they are not doing anything. And maybe that is you today. You're looking at yourself and you're like, I have no power, I have no purpose. I'm just, just kind of going through life. Let me tell you right now, the world might be trying to quieten you down. Life might have beaten you up so much that you are like, you know what, I'm just going to stay on the ground, because every time I try to get back up again, something knocks me down. But let me tell you, if you did not possess power, if there wasn't something in the inside of you that was necessary on this planet, in this world, I'm telling you right now, no one will come to fight you. Things only come to fight when they know that there's a potential that thing can beat them. The only reason a boxer gets to even step into the ring is because they get to a point where they are powerful enough to have an opponent. They have trained so hard, worked so hard, been so disciplined at their craft that they can step into a ring with confidence, because now they are ready to have an opponent. Every strong thing, every powerful thing is going to have an opponent. And you know what people say? With new levels comes new devils. So at the higher you're going and the more you're going up, guess what? You're going to be getting beaten up a bit more. But are you going to sit there and take it, or are you going to put the boxing gloves on and you're going to say, listen, we're going to go strength to strength, punch to punch, toe to toe. And I'm going to get, like I always say, my people that know me and that know me well, we're going to get gangster with it. We're not going to just take this lying down. We're not just going to accept it just because. because. No, we're going to get gangster with it, because we can't allow ourselves to be mediocre. We can't just allow ourselves to pass through this life not having made the impact and do the things that we have been called on this planet to do. The reason why you are itching inside and you feel like you have not fulfilled anything is because you are frustrated. That inner part of you that recognizes that there is something that you are supposed to be delivering onto this earth, recognizes that you are not making things happen, recognizes that you're not drawing that power outside of you, recognizes that there is something that needs to shift and happen ASAP, but you are not giving yourself the space to do so. That is why you're upset. That is why you're frustrated. That's why every single day you're waking up and you feel depressed and anxious and upset. That is why you're going through these emotions, because there are certain things that are stored inside of you that are fighting inside, saying, I need to get out, but you will not allow it to do so. Why? Because you do not see nor do you understand the gravity of what it is that you carry. If only you understood the importance and the gravity of what it is that you have in the inside of you, you would act accordingly. If only you understood that your life is directly connected, intricately connected to other people on this planet, you would stand information, you will get into position. But for so long, you have dumbed yourself down. You have allowed yourself to go based off of your feelings and your emotions. And I've woken up today and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel like getting anything done. I know that I've got certain goals that I had set at the beginning of the year, but we can do it next year, or the year after that, or the year after that. You've made so many excuses for yourself because you haven't yet seen the gravity of it. You're still just seeing it as, I just have a vision to write a book just because I want to write a book. But you don't even know that there's someone that's out there that's about to take their own life, and they need your book in order for them to find some glimmer, some little tiny glimmer of hope. But you don't even understand the gravity of what it is that you have in the inside of you. You don't understand the importance of it. Get it together. I'm going to say it one more time. Get it together. There are people out there that work 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times harder than you and even myself. There are people out there that work hard every single day. Some people that do not have not even a fraction of the resources that I have, and yet do so much more with it. And then there's me here in the UK with all of the different opportunities and things that I have around me. And yet I'm still trying to dilly-dally. I'm not getting things done. I'm saying, I can't be bothered to wake up. I'm too tired. Are you like, what? Are you physically mad? Are you okay? Because that's the mindset that so many of us have, right? We are so lazy. And I say this all the time at some of the sessions and the workshops that I do in schools and stuff. I say that we are the most hardworking generation I've ever seen in my life. Because I've seen this generation. A lot of us hustle, we work hard, we have drive. But we're also one of the laziest generations that ever existed. We want everything to be done now. We want everything to be microwave. We want to pop it into the microwave, and 1 minute later, your life is all in front of you and everything is great. And if it doesn't happen that way, I'm going to drop that thing and move on to something else. Instead of you to nurture it and watering it and tending to it, you get so lazy and so tired after 2.5 seconds that you go on to the next thing, and then you're wondering why nothing is working out for you. Just stay committed for more than 5 minutes and you might just see that something might come out of it. Ultimately, guys, it's time for you to start understanding the importance of what it is that you are carrying. For way too long, maybe there were even certain things that you were meant to do in this 2019, and now we only have what? Not even that long. I don't know how long we have left until the end of this year, but we do not have long at all. And yet you are still sitting there doing the same thing every single day, thinking that people were going to feel sorry for you. Well, let me tell you right now, around here, we don't feel sorry for nobody. We do not feel sorry for no one. Yes, we can empathize and we can sympathize and say, do you know what? It's such a shame that you're going through that thing. You shouldn't have to experience that. But what are you going to do about it? There's no one around here that's going to feel sorry for you and coddle you and treat you like a baby and pat you on the back. You are grown. If you are watching my content, I believe that you are grown. If you are old enough to comprehend what it is that I am saying, you are old enough to get certain things done. So I do not care if you are young, if you are old. I do not care where you are at in life. Get up. Stop being so lazy. Stop being so concerned about what other people are going to think about you. Get it together and get things done. You owe it to yourself, and if not just to yourself, but the people that really need it out there, because there is someone out there crying for what you have to offer. There are some people who are constantly crying for miracles, but what would you say if I told you that maybe you are the miracle? There is someone out there crying for an answer, and you are that answer. But because you have decided to allow yourself to get emotional, to get distracted, to get upset about things that you don't even have you shouldn't even be thinking about, because you've allowed yourself the space to do that, you never get anything done. Get it together. Your dreams, your ambitions, your visions, whatever it is that you have that is just sitting there, it needs to mean something to you. It needs to mean something to you, so much so that if you were like those children or those women in different parts of Africa or different parts in the world, you would walk more than 30 minutes carrying heavy loads of water on top of your head, because you understood that if you do not go out there and go and collect that water in the scorching sun, sometimes walking for longer than that, sometimes even doing it multiple times across the day, if you do not do it, it doesn't just affect you, but it affects the people around you. And it could potentially mean that people around you die. That is how much weight and gravity your dreams, your visions, your ambitions, whatever it is, needs to have. So all of these excuses of giving up, as soon as you care enough, as soon as you understand that it is that important, I'm telling you right now, that fear, that anxiety, all of that stuff about, oh, I'm too tired, I'm lazy now, I can't be bothered anymore. I'm telling you right now, all those things will go out of the window. But it starts with you recognizing that in your mind first. Anyway, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed today's video. As I said, that was burning up in the inside of me, okay? I felt that in the depth of my soul, and I really do hope that you did too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and please do leave a comment below. Maybe this is the opportunity for you to commit to something. Maybe this is your one chance where you've been saying for so long, even if it's just in your mind, you've been saying for so long, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to have this, I'm going to, whatever it is, but you have gotten to a point where you've just kind of stopped in the middle of the road, you've gotten lazy or demotivated or whatever it is that you want to call it, and you know that it's time for you to get it together, to pick your load up, and to keep moving forward, because you know that if you stop now, you could literally be putting other people's destinies and lives at risk. That's the type of gravity you need to understand that you have over your life. We are interconnected as individuals. So stop just thinking that this is about you, and stop limiting yourself because you're so self-absorbed that you can't even see that there are people that are waiting for you to act, and to act today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, today. Okay? But anyway, guys, I am going to go now, for real. Make sure you click on that bell button as well so that you're notified every single time I post a video. And of course, I'll see you guys again in my next Wake Up Wednesday. Stay beautiful.